Sam Kennedy joins us for the first time this season. Well, I mean, unless you count spring training, on the Harbor One hotline. Hey, Sam.
Good morning, guys. Who chose the positive karma? That's unusual.
That was
Love
Shine.
that song.
No, it's very positive.
Thanks, Shine.
You're welcome, Sam.
Hope springs.
Thank you.
Hope springs eternal. Winter is over, and we got baseball tonight. I would start because we were just talking about it with Alex Cora, who was on this radio station yesterday afternoon, and I know that he's heading into his last season contract-wise. He mentioned that there hasn't been much in the way of discussion. Is that something that you guys will address during the season? A little update, if you could, on the manager.
Yeah, well, we're excited how Alex has come into camp. Incredibly positive, energetic. I don't think he's ever been more fired up for a season. But we're definitely not going to address his situation publicly. He and Brez will handle those discussions at the appropriate time. But really looking forward to getting going here.
Sam, one of the things that we kind of touched a little bit about is who potentially could be the ace of this rotation or the leader of it. It looks like, with Brian Bale getting the start, what is the expectations for him from you guys on where you see him going into the level that you expect he can get to?
Well, listen, anytime you take the ball on opening day in Major League Baseball, that's a big deal. So for Brian Bayo to get the ball tonight in Seattle, incredible honor for him. We recently signed him to a long-term contract extension, so we have full belief and confidence in him. We've got a young rotation, as you guys know, and I really look at Nick Pivetta as the leader of that rotation. He's been around for a while. He's stepped up in the postseason. But if we stay healthy, I think good things can happen with this rotation. That's obviously the biggest question mark as we head into the season in terms of what we're focused on. And we hope that Brez and Andrew Bailey and Justin Willard's revamping of our pitching approach will really pay dividends here.
Sam, Jen McCaffrey from The Athletic had an article yesterday saying that a main focus of spring training was a culture change for this clubhouse. In your mind, did you think that there needed to be a shift in culture from last season into this season? And if so, what was it?
Yeah, I do. And I think more importantly, that culture change that was needed was led by AC. He acknowledged that we just weren't getting things done on both sides of the ball last year, and it was a frustrating season. We weren't doing the little things. We weren't playing good defense. We weren't pitching. We didn't have a lot of timely hitting. And so there's a whole new sort of attitude and focus around athleticism, focusing on our defense, shoring up what is one of the better bullpens in all of baseball. There's just been a whole new attitude and approach, and I think that sort of tone has been set by Craig Breslow, having the credibility and respect, having played here and been a World Series champion. Alex knowing what it takes to win in Boston. There's this feeling that these guys don't want to squander this opportunity. So it's been great to see, frankly, with a lot of public negative narratives out there. That internal approach has been very positive, upbeat, and really exciting, frankly. But look, that's talk. It's early. It's opening day. We need to go out and do it now.
My favorite part of spring training was the renewed warmth between you and Chris Curtis.
I tell you, that was a great day for both of us.
Oh,
put a lot of things in the past, and we're moving on.
Yeah, it's opening day.
Turn the page. It's opening day. It's a fresh start.
And I feel like we're back to even. And today, the Forbes list came out, and I'm sure it's identical to your books. And it said that the valuation of the Red Sox is $4.5 billion, third most valuable team in all of Major League Baseball, with an operating income of just under $63 million. Just curious, why not allocate some of that towards a pitcher that was only 1 year and $25 million to help shore up that rotation entering the season?
Chris, I knew we'd go into opening day with that spirit of positivity and excitement for
I love it.
who we've got on the roster. I appreciate it. Look, we don't pay attention to valuations or things like that. We're focused on getting going here at the ballpark and having a great experience for our fans. We're focused on who we have on this roster, what we're building, and I'll just leave it at that. It's there's too much positivity this morning to dive into what may or may not have happened over the offseason.
Sam, do you think that the front office provided Alex Cora with the championship level roster?
Yeah, I think we provided Alex with a roster that is going to be vastly improved in all areas. Now, what we can get out of them, what they can get out of themselves is still to be determined. But if we stay healthy, I think we can be in this thing. I think we can compete in the American League East, which is a really, really tough division. We all know that. We're wide open, eyes wide open on that. And when you think about Baltimore and New York, Toronto and Tampa. But these guys have a chip on their shoulder. They're on a mission. I really think if we can stay healthy, we can compete and surprise some people this year.
Just a general question from me about baseball executives, of which you are one. Is there any concern when it comes to legalized sports wagering? And, obviously Shohei Ohtani spoke this week and made it clear that he didn't bet on baseball. But is there any concern when it comes to the access that players and others around them might have now because of legalized wagering?
Absolutely. I mean, when the Supreme Court overturned PASPA several years ago and legalized sports betting nationwide, it was something that we needed to focus on. And unfortunately, there was not federal legislation that we could all just sort of operate under. Each individual state needed to take this up, and it's hard to have different rules and regulations state by state. But really, the prevalence of technology and the accessibility to sports betting globally is why I believe the law was changed. And so it's incumbent upon Major League Baseball, the National Football League, National Hockey League, the NBA to monitor the activity. We have a massive department of investigations at Major League Baseball, and they handle that for us. But it is absolutely a concern in terms of either illicit, illegal activity that's not part of a regulated platform, number one. And number two, we all know the rules in baseball. Our players know the rules. So it is something that the league is focused on. It's something that we're focused on in terms of enforcement. It's clearly here to stay. So we have to make sure that we're stressing that with all of our personnel.
Sam, I understand that you keep going back to the as long as we stay healthy, and obviously every team wants to stay healthy, but it does seem like this Red Sox team, and when it comes to pitchers, are starting the season with guys already hurt. Whether it's Giolito, or I know that there was a report yesterday that Winkowski's been pitching on a hurt ankle. So how do you justify your pitching rotation when you've got guys that are starting the season already behind the eight ball when it comes to injury?
Look, it's a fair question. Injuries are always a part of this thing. The old Earl Weaver line of deep depth always applies. You're going to need more than 5 starters. Guys are going to get hurt. You're going to have guys coming up and down from Worcester. So that's part of the game, and we'll deal with it. It's the teams that we've had success with in our 23 years have been teams that have had a healthy starting rotation and also positional players. That said, when guys go down, you gotta grind through it and get to the next man up. So it's something that every team deals with. But I do think we have a little bit of an advantage given a lot of our guys are young, earlier in their careers, and hopefully that'll keep people healthy.
Well, Scheim has officially applied for the Weiner connoisseur job that is available with regard to Major League Baseball. Would you put a good word in for him, Sam?
I will, and the spirit of positivity, I know that some of our fans have not been happy with a particular issue related to ketchup at Fenway Park, and I just want to let, I guess, Scheim know that Heinz ketchup will be back at Fenway. So,
all right,
factor that into your interview.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that.
That's going to go viral. What about the spicy brown mustard?
Well, Mike's Amazing is coming back as well. So good news on that front too.
Working on it.
All right. Sam Kennedy, great to talk to you. Get a nap
Good to be
in.
with you guys. Stay positive, will you?
Yeah, we'll stay positive and get a nap in. 10:10 first pitch tonight. You can hear it right here on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.